நான் ஹேட் பண்ணிட்டு கேமராவே
Yes. Hi, Ananya. Balaji, why are you attending it online today?
Yeah, ma'am. Today I had some work, so it got late. I wasn't able to come.
Okay. I think Aravinda and Balaji, we have to come offline next year onwards, okay? Okay, 1 minute, 1 minute. And the question update was waiting evidence, whatever I have given you. We'll continue with the next topic and we'll solve all these questions. I'll leave some gap, a little gap, that's enough. Just to engage time I gave you. So I think I gave you these two questions. Before that, 2 questions I gave you. It was based on, I gave you the question number. Empirical formula question I gave you. These are the 2 questions. Did you all finish these 2? Were you able to get the answer to these 2 questions?
Yes, ma'am.
Second one you had doubts. Okay. Anyway, we'll solve one by one. 2.2 grams of compound of phosphorus and sulfur has 1.2 grams of phosphorus in it. Describe its empirical formula. So what do we generally do? So we have got this. So we have got this phosphorus sulfur. Yes or no? So phosphorus, if we have got 1.24 grams. So what will be the mass of sulfur? 2.2 minus 1.2. Correct? Total mass of the compound that I have taken. Sorry. Total mass of the compound that I have taken is 2.2. The compound contains only 2 elements, which is phosphorus and sulfur. We have given you the mass of phosphorus. So now it is easy for you to find out the mass of sulfur. So for phosphorus, it is 1.24. So sulfur, it will be 2.2 minus 1.24, which is 0.96. So 0.96 grams. Then what do? I find out the number of moles. So 1.24 divided by, what is the molar mass of phosphorus? 31. Then 0.96 divided by 32. Okay, what is the answer that you give?
We get phosphorus to sulfur in the ratio 4:3.
So phosphorus number of moles is 0.03. So you get it the ratio of what? 4:3. Simplest ratio is this. Am I right or no? Yes or no? It is simplified. Suppose you have got 4 phosphorus and 3 sulfur. That's it. Here? Yes, tell me, bro.
What I did was I did 1.24 divided by 0.96. I got 4 by 3.
Why did you do 1.24 divided by 0.96?
Ma'am, there are only 2 elements, so I took the ratio.
You got the correct answer because the molar masses are near the value. 1.24 by 0.96 போடும்போது number of moles நடுவுல என்ன ratio வருது? Same ratio you got for the mass also. Yes, it's because இங்க 1. See, imagine like this. You took 1.24 by 0. Right? You got answer as 4:3. Same thing. If I put 31 and 32, it's not going to make much of a difference because it's just 1 digit difference. For 31, 32 cancel it. Approximate 1. Up to 4, you only cancel it. But what if here it is 16 and here it is 32? Your answer will be wrong. Is that clear, Aravinda? So what the method that you have done is not right. It's wrong. Clear? You all understand? ஏன் முன்னாடி புரியுதுன்னு சொல்றீங்களா இல்ல நிஜமாவே புரிஞ்சுதா? ஐ வாண்டட் ஆன்சர் ஆனஸ்ட் ஆன்சர் ஃப்ரம் எவ்ரிவன். இது கொஞ்சம் புரியல. புரிஞ்சு என்ன வரும்? 1:4/3 வரும். கரெக்டா? which is again 3:2. புரியுதா? Is that clear? Balaji, do you have any doubts?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Now, what is the next question? They have taken a sample of pure cotton. Here, they have given you directly the number of moles. Yes or no? They didn't go to mass at all. என்ன கொடுத்துட்டாங்க டைரக்டா? Number of moles கொடுத்துட்டாங்க. So, here I can start solving it like, what are the elements present? Sodium, oxygen, carbon. Correct? So, sodium it is sodium, oxygen and carbon. Sodium எவ்வளவு இருக்கு? 0.887 moles. 0.8. இது 0.132. இது 2.65 into 10 power 22. If I have it in moles, everything should be converted to moles. அப்ப 2.65 I have to convert to moles. இது என்னது?
Divide by Avogadro number.
Right. If you want to give us the number, one mole it contains 6.023 into 10 power 23 atoms. அப்ப இவ்வளவு atoms ல எவ்வளவு mole கேட்கும்? Is that clear? So, one chocolate 10 rupees, not 20 rupees ke one chocolate kare. What will you do? 20 by 10. Yes or no? Similarly, one mole has these many atoms. Appo ivlo atoms evlo mole. So that number of atoms divided by 6.023 into 10 power. So it is 0.0887, 0.132. Here it will be 6.02. Sorry. Just a minute. Control N, right? Control D. That's paste, right? Something that we did the other day, I forgot. Duplicate. Just a minute. Yes. So what you have got 0.32 moles. Here you will divide this with 6.023 into So what will you do here? I'll go to the next slide. So 2.65 into 10 power 22 divided by 6.023 into 10 power 23. What do you get?
0.044.
You get 0.022. So basically you have got a number of moles for everything. Yes or no? So it was like what you have, it was 0.022. Which is the simplest number here? 0.02. So if I start dividing everything by 0.044, here you get 1, above you get 2, and what do you get for the middle?
3.
44, right? If you round it off, you get 132 by 42. 3 times, sir. So,
Yes, ma'am.
A2 CO3 is the formula. It's an empirical formula. Is that clear? Clear for all of you? Okay. If suppose empirical formula of a compound is CH2O. This you have found out by doing this method. Okay. Now, I've got the empirical formula, but what I need is I need the molecular formula. Molecular formula. So how do you find out molecular? And I have given you N molecular formula mass. Molecular formula mass is 180. It is 180 grams. My simple question is, what is the molecular?
Ma'am, divided by the empirical formula.
Molecular formula mass by empirical formula mass. Molecular formula mass is 180 grams. Empirical formula mass is 12 plus 2 plus 16.
30.
30 grams. So if you cancel, you get 6. So CH2O N times will give you the molecular formula. So N is equal to what? 6. So molecular formula is equal to CH2O 6, which is equal to C6H12. Is that clear? Is that clear to all of you? Please note it. Ananya, Balaji, Aravinda, all 3 of you understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Now, what are the next concept that we are going to see? So next concept that we are going to see is about the stoichiometry. Stoichiometry and we saw about something called as limiting reagent as well. Yes or no? So, I gave you 2 questions. One question was this: 10 ml of liquid carbon disulfide is burnt in oxygen. Find the volume of resulting gases measured at STP. How many of you did this question? 3 of you. You?
I know.
You did. Okay.
Ma'am, I also did.
You also did. Very good. So what is the first thing that you have to do? They have said they are burning carbon disulfide in oxygen. Yes or no? So what will you do now? Carbon disulfide is burnt in. What will you get?
CO2 plus 2SO2.
SO2. Balance the equation. 2SO2. So it will be 3O2. CS2 plus 3O2 gives you. And in that question, what they have told you is 10 ml of liquid carbon disulfide we have taken. So 10 ml means what is the mass of carbon disulfide taken? What is the, for that they have given you what density? Density of carbon disulfide is 2.6
2.63.
grams per ml, which means 1 ml is 2.63 grams. What I have taken 10 ml. So 10 ml of carbon disulfide will be 26.3 grams. Yes, it will be what? 26.3 grams. What is the next thing that we have to do? We'll have to now understand. I have got 26.3 grams of carbon disulfide. Here, what was the question? What we have to identify mass of? Volume of the resulting gases. So, what is the relation between volume? Do you know any relation between volume and mass? That is the relation between volume and number of moles, not volume and mass. Yes, we know the relation between volume and number of moles. So, whenever they ask mass or whenever they ask, if they give volume and if they ask for mass, you have to convert from volume to number of moles, then identify mass. If they ask you for volume giving mass, then what you can do? Identify number of moles and then go to volume. So this should always be the pathway. Volume, number of moles, mass. This should be the pathway. Is that clear? Same way with the reverse thing. Now, we have got 26.3 grams of carbon dioxide. But this is what is being asked. But always, from the given equation, you will have to grab what is required. So, mass related first, mass of each substance. So, here one carbon disulfide reacting with 3 O2 to give 1 CO2 and 2 H2. So, mass of one carbon disulfide is 12 plus 64. Correct? 12 plus 64, which is 78. 76, sir. 76 grams. Next, oxygen is 1 O2 is 32. So 3 O2 will be 96 grams. Carbon dioxide, 1 mole of carbon dioxide is 44 grams. 1 mole of SO2 will be 32 plus 32, it is 64. But I have got what? 2 moles. 64 into 2, it will be 128 grams. So these are the details that we have got. Now it is very simple. I can very easily find out mass of carbon dioxide and water formed from these two. Yes or no? So for 76 grams, I am getting 44 grams of what? Carbon dioxide. So from 26.3 grams, what will be the mass of carbon dioxide uptake? That is all we have to identify. Clear? அது எவ்வளவு moles தெரிஞ்சாதான் volume formed நம்மளே கண்டுபிடிக்கும். Do you understand what I am trying to say? Is that clear? So there are different ways to do this question. I am using this method because it's an elaborated method which you can apply for other problems. Suppose 76 grams of carbon disulfide, I am getting 44 grams of carbon dioxide. About 26.3 grams. What will be the mass of carbon dioxide applied? So what will you do now? 76 by 26.3 equal to 44 by x. So x is equal to 44 into 26.3 by 76. We'll have to just solve it. 38. Solve this and give me the final answer. How did you all do?
Ma'am, is it 67.2 liters?
One minute. See, this is one way. The what you are saying is the other way of doing. But we'll finish this, then we'll go with you. Solana, what is the answer that you got?
For X,
15.2.
15.2.
7 divided by 19. Right? 19 into 119 now. So 26 minus 19 என்ன வரும்? 7. Balance 7 இருக்கும். அப்போ 0.73. இங்க ஒரு பாயிண்ட் வச்சா கரெக்டா? So 73 எவ்வளவு டைம்? 19 into 5 times 5 9 வந்து அப்போ 3 times 1.3 மீன் சரியா? அப்போ 1.3 into 11 140. 1.3 into 11 is answer is 14.3. எனக்கு இங்க எவ்வளவு கிடைக்குது? 14.3 grams. Now what you can identify? From that you can identify the number of moles of carbon dioxide. அப்ப எவ்வளவு carbon dioxide கிடைக்குதோ அதை விட twice the number of என்ன கிடைக்கும்? Sulfur dioxide you get. For 1 carbon dioxide you are getting 2 sulfur dioxide. So here whatever the number of moles of carbon dioxide you get, double will be the number of moles of sulfur dioxide. You understand what I am trying to say? I'll do it in a simpler way. Just a minute. So we have got CS2 plus O2 gives you CO2 plus SO2. சரியா? CS2 எவ்வளவு இருந்தது? Original mass, molar mass of CS2 is 76 grams. This is the molar mass of carbon disulfide. Let it be. They have given you 26.3 grams of carbon disulfide. Now, if I find out, now I know the relation. I know the relation here. This is the relation. But if I identify the number of moles of carbon disulfide, I can very easily say what is the number of moles of carbon dioxide and sulfur dioxide. So, what is the number of moles of carbon disulfide? 26.3 divided by 76. Solve and tell me what is the answer. So 0.3. So it is 0.32. Is that clear? 3.4 by 10, 0.32. This is my calculation at that. So I have got now 0.34 moles of carbon disulfide. Yes or no? The number of moles of carbon disulfide that I have got is 0.32. Now what will be the number of moles of carbon dioxide formed? Balaji?
Number of moles of carbon dioxide, ma'am.
இது 1 mole னா இது எவ்வளவு ஃபார்ம் ஆகுது? 1 mole ஃபார்ம். கரெக்ட்டா?
ஆமா.
அப்ப இது 0.34 moles னா கார்பன் டை ஆக்சைடு எத்தனை மோல் இருக்கும்?
மேம் ஆக்சுவலி நான் இந்த மெத்தட்ல போடல மேம். நான் என்ன பண்ணேன்னா டோட்டல் இது வால்யூம் அதாவது ப்ராடக்ட் வால்யூம் கால்குலேட் பண்ணிட்டு அப்புறம் தான் மேம் பண்ணேன்.
Balaji, I know you have done it in a different method. Okay? Now just answer the question that I am asking. Clear? For 1 carbon dioxide, we have got 1 carbon dioxide and 2 sulfur dioxide. Correct?
Yes.
Yes or no?
Yes.
So for 0.34 moles of carbon disulfide, how many moles of carbon dioxide will you get? இது 1 form ஆகுது. அப்ப இது 0.
So 0.34.
No. What will be the number of moles of sulfur dioxide formed?
0.34 into 2.
That's it. That clear? It is 0.68. Is that clear? Is that clear to all of you? This is a. You have got the number of moles into 22.4 will give you the volume. So 0. Number volume of carbon dioxide formed is 0.34 into 22.4 liter, and volume of sulfur dioxide formed is 0.68 into 22.4 liters. Add these two, you will get the total volume of the gases back. Clear? Is that clear? புரிஞ்சுதா புரியலையா? புரியுதுன்னு நினைக்கிறேன். That's it, Pa. Any doubts? Shall we solve few more questions based on this stoichiometry so that you get a clear idea? So now, kindly copy down this. As limiting reagent based. I'll come to it.
I didn't understand one thing. Limiting reagent based பண்ணி சொன்னீங்க ஆனா I didn't use limiting reagent for that question.
You didn't use what?
Limiting reagent for the fourth question.
I don't know the next question is limiting reagent based.
Yes, ma'am, the fourth question.
Okay. Let's see that. I'll come to that. First, copy down. Have you all copied down? Repeat your question. See, if I burn 1 mole of carbon dioxide, I'm getting 1 mole of carbon dioxide and 2 moles of sulfur. This is similar to baking, okay, or cooking. If I put 1 kg of rice and 1 kg of meat, what I'll be getting? Along with water and other things, the amount of biryani that I will get will be food. They have this calculation. I mean, I don't know. But if I'm going to, now if I'm going to make the same preparation in house, the ratio is the same. Yes or no? For example, if I'm putting 1 kg of rice and 1 kg of meat, I'm getting 2.5 kg of biryani. Water and I'm getting 2.5 kg of biryani with all the vegetables and other things added. Now, if I need just half kg of biryani, you can very easily say what is the amount of rice and meat that I have to add. Here I give you 1 kg biryani and 1 kg rice, you get 2 kg of, 1 kg rice, 1 kg meat, you get 2 kg of biryani. Now, if I need half kg of biryani, what should I take? How many kg of rice and how many kg of meat should I take? Right, and 1 kg. Simple ratio is 1:1:2. I mean, I have 1:1:2. Same ratio I have followed it here. Carbon disulfide is 1. Carbon dioxide formed will be 1 and sulfur dioxide formed will be 2. Now, if I have 0.3 moles of carbon dioxide, right? Okay, then carbon dioxide formed will be the same because in 1 protein, carbon dioxide 1 da kadaikum. அப்ப இது 0.34 போட்டீங்கன்னா கார்பன் டை ஆக்சைடு எவ்வளவு கிடைக்கும் 0.3. பட் சல்பர் டை ஆக்சைடு எவ்வளவு கிடைக்கும் என்ன கிடைக்குதோ அதுல டபுள் நீ எவ்வளவு போடுறியோ அதுல டபுள் தி குவாண்டிட்டி கிடைக்கும் அப்ப இது 0.34னா அது எவ்வளவு ஆயிடும் 0.68. You understand what I am trying to say? Limiting reagent புரிஞ்சுட்டா cooking புரிஞ்சுட்டா limiting reagent will be very easy. Relate everything with cooking. Now next for limiting reagent I'll give you one example. Yeah, same biryani. இப்போ this is simple தான் உனக்கு கிராம்ஸ் வேணும்னா இப்போ 26.3 gram of carbon disulfide is 0.34 moles. அப்போ oxygen formed will be oxygen required எப்படிடா டபுள் இது 1 தான் அது 3 கரெக்ட்டா triple அப்ப இது என்ன இருக்கும் it will be 0.34 into 3. If you have the number of moles of oxygen in hand From that you can find out the mass. You all understand, guys? Ananya, Aravinda, Balaji, are you all following? What he asked is, he asked a simple question stating, ma'am, இப்போ எனக்கு carbon disulfide இருக்கு. From this, can I identify the mass of oxygen reacted? Obviously, you can do. In the 0.34 moles, first you can identify number of moles of oxygen reacted. Similarly, here it is, if it is 1 mole, this will be 3 times. So whatever here it is, otherwise it is 3 times up. Yes or no? So the number of moles of oxygen you have identified. From number of moles, you can easily identify what? Mass. This into 32 will give you the mass of oxygen reacted. Is that clear? Is that clear to all of you? Fine. First, you should know to grab the data from the equation. 2 data you can grab. Number of moles, mass. Default, stoichiometry based questions, you can grab those data. And from there, you can solve the questions. Is that clear to all of you? Now, let's go to the part of limiting reagent. Okay. Limiting reagent, right? What do you mean by limiting reagent? Any idea? Okay, limiting reagent limits the reaction. He is the deciding factor. Our company is not all but based on him only.
The quantity that is not excess.
The quantity that is not in excess. Exactly தேவைப்படுற அளவு இருக்குன்னு சொல்லலாம். இல்லனா அது கம்மியா இருக்கறனால மத்தவங்க எக்ஸஸா இருக்குன்னு சொல்லலாம். Yes or no? It is less. So other things are in excess. Yes or no? Yes. For example, okay, this time we'll take some vegetarian because there are vegetarian. I guess there might be vegetarians in class also. Any vegetarians in class? You don't mind. So vegetarians don't mind talking about non-veg, right? Okay. I do not know who is vegetarian or non-vegetarian. I'm just saying, okay. Fine. The thing is, first thing, you have got, there is a big feast going to happen at your house. Okay, it can be sadhya or some, huh? He's fond of it, maybe. Yes. Yes, yes. So what happened is there is a feast planned at your houses. Okay. Sudden feast. Sudden related your mom has to make or prepare food with whatever ingredients she has. Okay. What she's going to do is she has got only half kg of rice. Okay, she has got only half kg of rice. Now, your father goes out, he comes back with some 1 kg of chicken and 1 kg of mutton or something. Okay, he has to make biryani. Your mother will make biryani based on the meat quantity or the rice quantity. So limited regard, but limited edition matters case. Only based on them, the final output will be there. Is that clear, Kana? Do you understand what I'm trying to say? So that is the limiting. Here the rice is the limiting range. So only all the other things can be in excess. We do not mind them. In the rice other the final product will be. So I have already told you, if I take 1 kg of rice and 1 kg of meat, I get 2 kg of biryani. Now, just see here, I have got 1 kg of chicken and half kg of rice. What will be the final quantity of meat? Say biryani.
Ma'am,
1 kg.
1 kg.
1 kg. Excess are evna vena irukku. 1/2 kg rice ku evlo kg meat ve. See, usual ratio is 1, is 2. Correct? Now, for half kg of rice, I require only half kg of meat. The remaining half kg of chicken goes to chicken 65. We do not mind them. Okay, or kebab, whatever. So, half kg of chicken and half kg of rice you take, you get 1 kg of biryani. Is that clear? Who is the limiting reagent? Rice. What is in excess at the end of the reaction? Chicken. How many kgs? Half kg. How many of you are hungry now? My grandma will Fine, anyway. Shall we go to the next concept? You all understand what is meant by it? You all have first in 11th standard.
I don't have also like.
Okay. In my period, I didn't have first even going to college. I just used to get some 10 rupees or 20 rupees, put it at the side of the bag and I go. That's it. No personality. So you have got important stuff too. I didn't have anything. Huh? Background. What do you mean by this? Oh, those are important stuff. You are still, oh, and you are still having. Oh, okay, fine. Anyway, shall we get back to the concept now? So you all understood what is meant by may not require. It's 1/4 the quantity of vegetable you take, that's done. See, everywhere there's a fixed ratio. So what I'm trying to say here is, first my equation, find out what is the ratio. Then go with what you have. Same question I'll take. This carbon disulfide itself I'll take, okay? CS2 plus 3O2 gives you CO2 plus SO2. Okay, same example I've taken. I have got 0.2 moles of carbon disulfide and I have got 0.3 moles of oxygen. What will be the number of moles of carbon disulfide, carbon dioxide and sulfur dioxide? That's all the question. Yeah, just so first tell me, who is an excess here or who is the limiting reagent? Oxygen is the limiting reagent. CS2 is the limiting reagent. Sorry, Papa. Sorry, yours so. Nama usually.
O2.
Okay, so listen. What is the step that I told? Original ratio in before you cook, first you should know what is the ratio, right? So before you start solving this, original ratio in this part, then come back to the correct. If you are able to do this properly, then you can become very good in baking as well. Baking involves proper ratios with everything, right? So what is the original ratio, Pa? 1:3, 1:2, correct? So if you have this 3 moles, it reacts with 1 moles, right? Now proceed. Now tell me, Aradhna, tell me what is the limiting reagent?
O2.
O2, very good. Because for 1 mole of carbon disulfide, I'll require 3 moles of oxygen. So for 0.2 moles of carbon disulfide, I'll require 1க்கு 3, 0.1க்கு 0.3. அப்ப 0.2 க்கு எவ்வளவு தேவைப்படும்? 0.6. Balaji, do you understand?
No, ma'am. How, ma'am? 0.6.
How 0.6? I'll come to moles now only have given. I am not given grams. Both are moles here. Mole ratio. The above is mole ratio. See, for 1 mole of carbon disulfide, I require 3 moles of oxygen. Correct? Yes or no, Pa?
Yes.
So for 0.2 moles of carbon disulfide, how many moles of oxygen do I require?
Oh, okay. We are calculating like that. So 0.6.
We are not. We are supposed to calculate only like this. Clear? So actual required is 0.6. But what do you have here?
0.3.
0.3. So then who is the limiting reagent?
Oxygen.
Oxygen is the limiting reagent for us. Understood clearly? Is that clear? So
Yes,
required is 0.6. But what have we got? Only 0.3. So he is the limiting reagent. Any doubts? Is that clear? If you want, you can write it clearly. For 0.2 moles of CS2, we require 0.6 moles of oxygen. But we have only 0.3 moles of O2. So, O2 is the limiting reagent. O2 is the limiting reagent. Got it? Now, limiting reagent based on the final product. Right? So, what will be the mass of CS2 that is reacted with this O2? Number of moles of CS2 reactor is
0.1.
copied this, right? First copy down this, then I'll come to the next question. முடிந்ததா? அடுத்து பார்ப்போமா? Okay. Listen. Now, Vasco da Gama புரிஞ்சுச்சா? No, you have understood up to this, right? Now I will teach you that. I'll take you to the next steps. Similar reactions. Okay, so in the biryani the concept like carbon disulfide and oxygen. From the previous given data, I'll ask you some questions. Number of moles of CS2 reactor. Okay, number of moles of CS2 unreacted. Then number of moles of CO2 formed. Then number of moles of SO2. That's all. Proceed. Others do work it out.
No, I know the answer.
Yeah, tell me. No, don't give me the answer. Let everyone
Okay.
finish and you can give the answer. How many of you are using Google to solve questions, homework questions? Google, so which will help you very, very. Never go to Google. You people have got the privilege of Google Guru for you in home to solve homework. And please don't refer to a kind advice. It will spoil your entire studies. It will spoil your ability to think. Mass, molar mass refer பண்ணி. ஆனா நம்ம அந்த molar mass refer பண்ணும்போது நம்ம குட்டிஸ்ல நம்ம யோசிக்கும். ஏன் क्वेश्चन டைப் பண்ணி பார்த்தா என்ன அப்படினு யோசிக்கும். நிறைய NCERT questions இருக்கு. So you might get answers. For everything you will get answer in Google. So please don't go. முடிஞ்சா? முடிக்கல. Done. First question to your name again. Huh? Meghna. Yes, Meghna. உன் பேர் உன்னோட நான் தெளிவா சொல்றேனா? So what is the number of moles of CS to react? Okay, what is the number of moles of oxygen that is reacting here? 0.3 moles of. So for 3 moles of oxygen, you require 1 mole of carbon disulfide. So for 0.3 moles of oxygen, how many moles of carbon disulfide do you require? இது 3னா இது 1. இது 30னா இது எவ்வளவு இருக்கும்? பத்து. இது 300னா இது 100. 1:3 ரேஷியோ. சிம்பிள். கரெக்டா இல்லையா? அப்ப இது 0.3னா இது எவ்வளோட ரியாக்ட் ஆயிருக்கும்? இது 3னா இது 1. அப்ப இது 0.3னா இது எவ்வளவு ரியாக்ட் ஆகும்? 0.1. Okay. So out of 0.2, 0.1 mole of carbon disulfide is reacted. So எவ்வளவு ரியாக்ட் ஆகாம இருக்கு? 0.1 mole is left unreacted. Clear? Next, what is the number of moles of carbon dioxide formed? We'll go to that again. If the number of moles of carbon dioxide will depend on carbon disulfide moles or oxygen molecule. Limiting reagent based பண்ணி தான் product decide பண்ணணும். பண்ண முடியும். மத்ததெல்லாம் மறந்துடும். 3 moles of O2 க்கு I am getting 1 mole of carbon dioxide and 2 moles of sulfur dioxide. So for 0.3 moles of O2, how many moles of carbon dioxide do I get, Balaji? Balaji, புரியலையா?
இல்ல மேம், புரியலாமா?
என்ன புரியல? 3 moles of oxygen. இதுதானே limiting reagent. நான் ஆல்ரெடி limiting reagent பேஸ் பண்ணி தான் ப்ராடக்ட் ஃபார்ம் ஆகும்னு சொல்லிருக்கேன். கரெக்ட்டா இல்லையா?
So okay, 0. limiting reagent based-னா அப்போ வந்துட்டு என்னன்னா CO2 க்கு 0.2 வராதா மேம்? ஏன்னா அந்த ரேஷியோ 1 is 1:3:1:2 இருக்குல்ல மேம்?
1 நானே இவங்க ரெண்டு பேருக்கு நடுவுல இருக்க ரேஷியோ. Oxygen and carbon dioxide, the ratio is 3:1. Yes or no?
Yes.
But if you have 0.3 moles of oxygen, how many moles of carbon dioxide do you
0.1 moles of carbon dioxide.
And how many moles of sulfur dioxide?
0.2 moles.
Clear? So the answer will not depend on carbon disulfide, because for 0.2 moles of carbon dioxide sulfate, you will get 0.2 moles of carbon dioxide only. But that is in excess. அதுல இருக்க எல்லா carbon disulfide react ஆகல. It's like that 1 kg of chicken, where only half is used for biryani. The remaining half is meant for gravy. Similarly, like that, here out of 0.2, only partially they have reacted. So the final product form, you cannot decide based on the total number of carbon disulfide present. So always the product form is decided based on the limiting reagent. Is that clear to all of you? Now look at the question, homework question that I gave you. This one.
Ma'am, but you can also take the mass of the excess reagent reactor, right?
You can't take mass of excess reagent to find
Not
out
mass, ma'am. Like
no,
there is
mass.
0.
See, limiting reagent vechudha mass of product is kandupidikadum, number of moles of product is clear. Limiting reagent vechudha you can also identify the amount of reactant other reactants reacted as well. மத்ததெல்லாம் excessல இருக்கு. அந்த excessல எவ்வளவு react ஆயிருக்குன்னு கண்டுபிடிக்கிறது you can find out only with the help of limiting reagent. So in a problem, it is always important to identify which is the limiting reagent. Is that clear? I'll give you one homework. Anything 28. I mean 28 done. No. See, in your NCERT book, solve question number, book back question list, solve question number 1.24 and 1.22. Practice these and come. Tomorrow I'll come for a 2-hour session where we'll discuss problems based on this document, which is very clear. Tomorrow mostly the syllabus will be done. Clear? And I practice more questions so you'll have a better understanding. But today, first try these questions. Try to rewind what I taught you so that wherever gaps are there, you will understand. So that we can discuss this tomorrow. இன்னைக்கு போய் படிக்கலனா இன்னைக்கு என்ன இன்னைக்கு நடந்ததே வேஸ்ட். அப்ப நாளைக்கு நான் ஒரு ப்ராப்ளம் சால்வ் பண்ணும்போது it will be very difficult for you to understand. So whatever I have taught you today, revise. Then from there, proceed next. Clear? Thank you all of you. Bye.